If your partner is constantly criticizing you, take a walk with me. If this is a chronic behavior and it's been going on ever since you started dating, dump this person. It's not your job to fix or change them or try to prove yourself to them, to prove your worth to them. What they're saying is they don't respect you, and there's no amount of proving behavior on your part that's going to change their mind on that. You'll end up bending and breaking yourself trying to prove yourself to this person. I know I keep messing up. If I can just get this one thing right, then everything would be perfect. But take a deep breath in through your nose, let it out, and think, where else in your life have you had to prove yourself over and over again to someone in order to receive their version of love? There's also another side to this. If the criticism is new, I want you to start thinking about it this way. You've been together for a while, but somehow something's changed. And this is usually a slow creep over a long period of time. What happens is you both stop doing the things that made your relationship successful very early on. There was a time where you planned dates and you spent quality time together. This is a great opportunity to break out a pen and a piece of paper and start writing down what the relationship was like when it first started. And then take an inventory of any fear or resentment that you carry with you in regards to the relationship. And once you've made that assessment, it's your job to dive a little bit deeper into each of those things to figure out why things have gone the way that they've gone. Things were going really well, and then you had to take on a second job because there were some financial issues, or you started working more hours. You had kids, and that changed literally everything about your schedule and your way of life. You may have even stopped going to the gym and practicing self-care. And I can see how that might happen because your priorities shifted, and rightfully so. And this is also why having a shared mission and vision for the relationship is so important. It's become rare to find people that use this type of language when they describe their relationship. And there's a lot of turmoil and anxiety that pops up because of this lack of intention in your relationship. It's a lack of commitment to growth and expansion within this relationship. And people might say, this is a lot of talk for a whole lot of nothing. And that mindset is exactly why your partner has moved into criticism. You've changed. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? For one, you're going to start finding ways to make yourself a priority again, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You're going to take the time to write down and assess what your goals, values, and standards are for a relationship with you. And within that, you'll discover what your boundaries are. That might look like going to your partner and saying, hey, when we're going through struggle and we're going through a hard time, we're not going to use the language of criticism with each other. There's no purpose other than to devalue and hurt the other person. So instead, we'll use kind candor. On Tuesday night at 7 p.m., we need to sit down and have a conversation about whatever it is that's important to you. Always give context. This way, there's no surprises and the other person doesn't feel like they're getting in trouble or that they're going to be punished. You're also going to sit down with your partner and come up with a shared mission and vision for the next year, 5 years, and 10 years. Some of you might be saying, oh man, I don't know, dude, that's a big commitment. And for those of you who are married, yeah, it is. You're married. You also want to remain adaptable because that plan's going to change at some point. When you actively choose to love and respect one another, opportunities for growth and expansion will come to you. And if it sounds like a lot of work, it's because it is. Just remember, the choice is always yours. You can choose to sit in resentment, anger, and frustration, or each of you can cultivate some self-awareness and start diving into personal development, growth, and expansion. If this video resonated with you, make sure you sign up for the 21 Days Self-Love Challenge. The link is in my bio.